this is Dayki N, and happy November. This month is actually my birth month. So this is the month that I'll be celebrating my birthday. And I'd like to celebrate my birthday by having some new coloring books and some new art supplies to work with. Now, I didn't buy all of these things all at once. These are things that I've been buying for several months, but I have been saving until it's around my birthday. Right. The first thing I want to show you is this book, Vibrant Wilds by Sarah Renae Clark. So I ordered her book around several months ago, after I've been watching her YouTube channel and seeing what she does. And I've also looked at her website, and I decided for myself that I'd like to have her coloring book. So this is what her coloring book looks like. Along with the order, along with her order, not only do you get a physical copy of this book, you also get a PDF version of this book as well as this little envelope with some palettes. So this is a freebie. This is a freebie that came along with this coloring book. And a thank you note. So this book is $30 from memory, plus $10 for shipping. So I spent $40 just on this book. But you also get a PDF version of this book and these palettes. So the book, the price of the book is quite high, in my opinion. But getting a PDF copy of the book, as well as the fact that the book itself is very high quality. I mean, this paper is amazing, so it's very much worth the price. Right, so this is one book that I decided to buy for myself for my birthday. Right, I'm not going to do a full flip through of this book. I just want to show you some of the pages I bookmarked that I'd like to do next year. So I love these butterflies. I wonder if this paper is really thick. So it probably wonders if I could use watercolor or water-based mediums in this book. Right, I love these flowers. I've always been drawn to florals for some reason. Alright, so I'm not going to say much about each page because I'm just going to show you what I've got for myself as a present for my birthday. Well, love it. So I'm actually looking forward to doing these pages. I'm not sure if I could use water-based mediums in this book, but even if it's just using pencils, I'm sure it still look good. And I love how thick this paper is. It's very high quality. I love these birds. So yeah. Right, so I'm very happy with my purchase of this coloring book. I am well aware that she has released her new versions of the coloring cubes. Personally, I feel like I don't really need them at this point. Mainly because I tend to choose my colors intuitively, and I tend to jump right into starting a coloring page without spending much time choosing a color palette. So yeah, it's very unlikely that I'll get the color cubes in the near future, but maybe later on. I might get them later on in the future, but just not right now, because I've already spent a lot of money on coloring books and art supplies this year so far, and I'd like to just take a break from spending so much money. Right, now these books are books that I've gotten from Booktopia. So these are some the first hardcover books that I have bought for myself so far, aside from Sarah Renae Clark's Vibrant Wilds. So I actually saw these books on other people's YouTube channels, and I decided that I want these books for myself. So I went online and bought these hardcover books for my birthday. So first we have Tales from the Witch's Cottage. So I do love her illustrations. So yeah. So I've bookmarked some pages that I'd like to do next year. So I'm not going to be coloring in these books right now, but I'm just waiting till next year to start coloring in them. We have Midnight Masquerade. They look like twins, don't they? Oh, I love these flowers. I wonder what I could put in this empty space. So so the reason I'm not doing a full flip through of these books is because I'm sure that a lot of other people who watch coloring channels have already seen these books before, so I'm not showing anything that's new. But these books are quite new to me, but I'm sure it's not new to the coloring community. So I love these birds. I'd like to do these in pastel. And these horses. I'm also not talking about these pages much either, because I don't want this video to be too long. Got Summer Nights. Wow, I love this butterfly. Got these owls. They look like a family, don't they? flowers. Yeah. Oh, I wonder what's a piece of paper. Oh, I love these sakura. I love these peach flowers. Alright, so these hard books, I'm actually looking forward to coloring in them, and I'm very happy that I bought these books as a birthday present to myself. Next we have Manga Art. So far this is the only manga coloring book that I have at the moment, and this is also another book that I bought online from Booktopia. So most of the other coloring books that I currently own, including the ones that I'm working on, are all from Kmart and Big W. The ones I've shown you and this book are online purchases. So yeah, so most of the pages that I've bookmarked are characters that I actually look forward to coloring in. This is the same as the front page. Oh, a magical girl. Oh. And a ninja. Alright, so I'm quite happy with this purchase as well. I wonder if there are any other manga books that I can add to my collection. Now, those are all the coloring books that I bought for this haul. Now, I've also bought some coloring supplies and art supplies for several months here and there. So I didn't buy all of these all at once, but I bought them here and there and been saving them until it's around my birthday before I can start using them and enjoying them. Now, the most expensive purchase my most expensive art supply that I bought are these Ahuhu alcohol markers. Now, I've been seeing these markers online on YouTube, and I've decided I'd like to start using better quality alcohol markers now that I start learning how to use alcohol markers in my coloring books. So the alcohol markers that I'm currently using are these cheaper alcohol markers from Kmart. I mean, they're nice to use, but they're not accurate. The colors in the ink aren't very accurate to the color of the caps. They tend to be darker than what's indicated on the caps. The color of the markers are fine in a sense, and I'm glad that I swatched them beforehand before I use my coloring pages. So yeah, these cheaper alcohol markers are fine to use, but it's very limited to. But the colors that's there is very limited. There's only 36 colors to choose from when I color in my pages, and the colors tend to be darker than what's indicated on the caps. Still, I intend to use these markers for as long as I can, until the ink eventually dries out. So I still love these markers. Right, so these are Ohuhu markers. I've never used them before, so I have no idea what they're like. So I've already taken the plastic wrapping away. So this is what they come in as. So yeah, these markers are new to me. I'm sure a lot of people use these markers in their coloring books or artworks already. Many people do that already, but these markers are brand new to me. I've never used them before. I've never seen them in person before I bought them. I've never seen this instruction book before. So 120 markers is a lot for me, but I'm sure there's more colors that I can use compared to 36 markers that I've been using so far. So I'm well aware that there's 320 markers. There is a set that has 320 markers in one set. But to me, that's way too many markers at this point for me. So I chose 120 markers. So this is an upgrade for me from the markers I've been using so far. So I'm actually looking forward to using these markers. Oh, they're swatch cards. Wow. All right, I'm looking forward to spending some time with these markers later. Oh, need to put these in. I'll organize these colors later on. Right. My other expensive purchase are these Polychromos color pencils. Now, I'm very familiar with the Faber-Castell pencils because I tend to reach for the Faber-Castell pencils when I color in my books. So yeah, but these are very expensive. So this is supposed to be much higher quality than the pencils that I've been using so far. So this is what they look like. There's 36 colors. So these are brand new, and I'm looking forward to trying these pencils out. So even though I've used a lot of cheaper Faber-Castell coloring pencils These expensive polychromos pencils are pencils that I've never worked with it before. So so these are pencils that I saw at Officeworks, and I decided for myself that I'd like to start using higher quality art supplies and higher quality pencils. I tend to use pencils a lot. So this is another present I bought for myself. If I find that I actually like the polychromos pencils, I might later invest in a larger set. So the 36 sets will be a set of pencils that I will start with the polychromos. So maybe I'll upgrade to a 60 set if I find myself actually liking these pencils. Right, so that's it for the expensive art supplies. Next art supplies that I'll be showing are the cheaper supplies that you can get from the supermarkets, from Big W, from Kmart, and from Officeworks. So I did not buy all these at once. I bought these over a span of several months leading up to November. So I bought these acrylic pens on clearance from Officeworks. So they were $1 each for each package. So I'm actually looking forward to using these. I can't comment on what the quality of these pens are like because I've never used them before, but I'm looking forward to using them in my books in the future. I also bought these soft pastels because throughout the times that I bought art supplies throughout this year, I neglected to buy soft pastels. So this I'll likely use, mainly for backgrounds in my books. Oh, there's another acrylic paint marker. I also bought some white gel pens because I find myself using these white gel pens a lot. So these are from Officeworks. And I bought some brush pens. So I've never used brush pens. I've never used water brushes before. I do have paint brushes, but not water brushes. So I'm actually looking forward to using these in books where I can use some water to add some color in my coloring books. I bought these. I think I got these from Woolworths. So it's from a supermarket. So these are really cheap acrylic paints. Some cheap watercolor sets. I think these might have been intended for children, but if I'm just using them just as like a base color or for background, I think these should be fine. So yeah. Also got some new sharpeners. See, this is a $3 sharpener. The last one that I have, that looks exactly like this one broke. And here's a sharpener that I bought for my Faber-Castell pencils. So I tend to use a lot of Faber-Castell pencils, so this will certainly be helpful in keeping them sharp. Also bought some Crayola art supplies. So got some crayons, markers, crayons, doodle scents, some super tips, and I got these from Cole for 30% off. So I also got some big branded art supplies. So got these markers, crayons, and some colored pencils. So I've always thought that Big only made like ballpoint pens. I never knew that they made art supplies, but they do apparently. So yeah. And these are some Faber-Castell color pencils that I've been hoarding for myself, because whenever I do a coloring page or a drawing, the majority of the time I usually reach for a Faber-Castell pencil. So yeah. So these are the pencils that I usually reach into when I want to use cheap pencils. But so yeah. But whenever I color, I find myself reaching for a Faber-Castell pencil most of the time. So this is why I've been buying these pencils and just hoarding them. So yeah. So I use these pencils a lot. I am well aware that I do now have the more expensive polychromos pencils. But with the polychromos pencils, I think that I'll just use those pencils sparingly, because of how expensive they are. Right, and last but not least, I got some supplies from Aldi, surprisingly. So I did not expect to find these at Aldi. So at Aldi, I found these multimedia card pad. So suitable for watercolors, artist pens, graphic markers, pencils, and more. So these you can make greeting cards to give to your friends. So it has Disney characters. I did see a Harry Potter version of this as well, but I'm not a big fan of Harry Potter, so I didn't get those cards. I only got the Disney cards. These cards are very thick, so you could use watercolor in these. So I did not expect to find these at Aldi, but I got them when I saw them. Aldi also has their own brand of art supplies as well, called Creative Place. So I bought a 36 pack of pencils. So I can't really judge what the quality of these pencils will be like, but I'm looking forward to trying them out. Some watercolor pencils. Alright, so that's it for my birthday haul. So I got some expensive items, but most of the art supplies that I use, have been buying a cheaper supplies. So maybe in the future I'll spend more money on more expensive art supplies if my budget allows. But for the time being, I'm just happy to use the cheap supplies at the moment. And I'm very happy with my purchases. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Hi, it's me again. I decided to do some coloring with the Crayola crayons off camera. I will say I'm actually quite happy that I got some extra supplies to work with. So I have zero regrets in buying these supplies. Right, I'll see you later. Bye.